35 plus years of advanced squad leader. Today is a Monday, so welcome back, Rob. How's it going?
Going well, thank you. Hope everybody had a great Easter.
Yeah, same. I really hope that there's some terrible news today for people celebrating Easter, um, and hopefully people can find some solace in that loss. Um, for those who don't know, Pope Francis died today. Um, so yeah. Anyways, in lighter news, we are back with some gameplay that focuses on the Battle of France. We are at the essentially the tip of the spear point here, or spearhead. We have a scenario from a critical hit scenario pack, which I guess they title it as a campaign game, but it doesn't quite follow in the exact same footsteps. But either way, you can play it as one. Should be fun. Now, um, this campaign, quote unquote, revolves around the glider attacks that happened at the start of the Battle of France, the invasion into the lowlands. So as a result, we have some very imbalanced Germans against a ragtag group of Belgians that are going to hope to survive all this. As is usual, I have terrible luck with gliders, so we'll see if that holds true. And we'll go with a lot of the explanations here in just a sec. So the Germans have a lot of strengths. They also have an ELR 5 and a SAN of 3. The Germans here use some custom counters, which I forget where I found, but you can find an extension for it. It's labeled CHFTB for facing the Blitz, if anybody's looking for it. I realize I need to put a sniper down because that would be helpful. Um, ELR 5, SAN of 3. Now, technically, I believe snipers never activate for glider troops until the first person lands. I believe this is the same thing that should technically happen for amphibious invasions. You don't get snipers before anybody actually exists on the board. And I've seen it more specifically in SSRs where it's specifically the turn after you land. So if I land all my guys on turn one, uh, player turn one, then the sniper doesn't exist until Belgian player turn one. Anyways, so this scenario features 11 gliders for the Germans. They have 11 squads to go along with that. They've got a lot of DCs, double that number, and they have to essentially clear out the Belgians from a number of locations here. Special scenario rules. There's a couple changes to some terrain that I don't think we necessarily really care about here. There's some barbed wire fences in H14, I-15, etc. Steeple in P11, that sort of thing. But otherwise, I think we're all right. North is to the left, so don't make the same mistake that I did, which was thinking that North was up for no reason. Um, there is a +1 LV hindrance DRM that applies during the scenario to all line of sight and attacks. The only exception is same hex attacks. There's a mild breeze from the northeast. EC is moderate. Belgian units may automatically set up in trenches if in eligible terrain. I don't quite know why that's an SSR. You should be able to set up in
When can
trenches.
you not set up in your own entrenchments would be a better question, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
so not quite sure what that one's all about, but they wanted to specify it. There are a number of unique mortars. We were having a conversation before this. I decided to look it up. So the mortar in question, the 76 millimeter ones, they are only used in what is this, 9 scenarios, and 3 of them are winged devils. So there's some repeats there, and another 2 or 3 for another scenario. So very rare to actually see these, and hopefully they'll make a good name for themselves. Um, Additionally, the mortars that I was speaking of, they have a breakdown number of 10, which is not great, but hopefully Rob's not going to hit that too often. All Belgian MMCs, exception if they're Berserk, are considered pinned until the end of turn 2 and set up unconcealed. Guns may not set up using hip. So essentially, nobody starts concealed outside of the Germans, and that is only due to being in gliders. They have to set up cloaked, essentially. Um,
I do have 2 squads. One of my groups sets up hip,
right, yeah, that's from one of the special deployments there.
but
Um,
not concealed, which is kind of hilarious. But
oh, I would, I would imagine that they would still be concealed for purposes because once you shoot or do anything with them, you'll lose hip, right?
right,
Um,
right.
and I think if you're hip, you're by default considered concealed. But that would be interesting to try and read up on and see if there's anything else out there. All German MMCs are fanatic, which is kind of crazy to think about. They start with 8 morale, so they have a 9. They have 9 morale overall, which means they're going to be very hard to break, and I'm going to need that. The Belgian C-47 FRC Model 32 AT guns must have at least one of the K4, K5 bridge hex spans in their initial setup covered arc. So there are 3 guns on the map. 4 guns. All of them have to be able to see at least K5 or K4. As for victory conditions, so the Germans win at game end if no Belgian MMC, support weapon, or gun, is able to fire within normal range at hexes K4, K5, and there are no good order Belgian MMC 3 or fewer hexes from hexes K4, K5. So, uh, hopefully, I'm not going to have to chase after anybody. This is actually making me think I should probably land a glider somewhere else on this map, but we'll figure it out as we go. Because it would be kind of weird for Belgian troops to run across the bridge into J1, for example.
J1 looks like a pretty cool place to hang out.
Seems like too cheesy. But in any case, so that's it for all the special rules, all the scenario stuff. I'm going to roll for weather and hope I don't get anything too crazy here. All right. So didn't get gusts, which is not gonna hurt my glider landings, and I didn't change the wind direction, which would mess up my already messed up plans. So there's nothing in the rally phase that I can do. There's no prep fire, so we go to movement phase. And in the movement phase, all gliders are placed on board simultaneously. So there's no option to say, I get to put one, do the process, and see how things go before revealing anybody else. So I actually have to re-look at some of my deployments here because of, again, the messed up stuff here. So I had one for that. Can I? The one thing I need to check because of this is you can count off-board hexes for their avenue of approach, right? Or am
Yeah,
I?
it's a mirror. That's what I had to read 5 times. So, for
Yeah. Okay.
instance, let's say you had R19 as an initial landing hex. You would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god.
It's like handball.
Sorry, I'm
I
hoping
thought you would go 1, 2, 3, and then zoom across 4, 5, but that's incorrect.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I crashed my game for a second there because I'm having to redo all this. So, glider. One glider there.
Ooh, baby.
I have another
I like
glider.
the way you think.
Another glider over here. I mean, technically, I'll put him here because I wanted to get him adjacent to that guy, if I'm being 100% honest. Q17, same idea. Is that gonna work? Probably not a good idea anymore. You know what? Because I'm substituting, I'm gonna make it a little bit more dangerous. I'm gonna have him go there. I just gotta rewrite this here. So this guy is going to be an 18. K11, which I don't know if that'll work anymore. Nope. So I gotta change that. So I'll put. Oh dang, that's gonna be painful to think about. Okay, I'm gonna put him in H11. All right. J11's not gonna work either. So we'll go with G11 to make up for it. I've got my guy in I10, which I can't do again either. You know, and just in case, I'll send one in K1. My guy that was going to be in I10, I'll send him up there. Just because I don't trust you. It's probably not a good idea for me to... Yeah, I'll send that guy. K1. So the other guy was going to be... I can't wait to be done with this setup so I don't have to look at two separate games. Those are sunken roads, right? They're not elevated roads. Pretty sure they're sunken roads.
I was reading them as depressions. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Trying not to get any.
Yeah, or
too many fancy ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually.
Well, no, they wouldn't be full height doohickeys.
No, but I'm sure there's got to be something about landing in a location like that.
Yeah, if you land in it, yes, it's very very bad. But
Yeah.
well, I mean very very bad. It's a modifier, but as far as having it in your approach, it's not a problem. It doesn't do anything. And presumably neither do the slopes because they're only 3/4 level line of sight obstacles.
Yeah, I mean, I always think of slopes as half rather than 3/4 and all that stuff. But yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, so this guy.
Yeah, the rules. I mean, the glider rules were written, of course, when slopes didn't exist. So they say, it has to be a full height obstacle and a half height obstacle doesn't count.
Right.
Logically, neither does a 3/4.
Man, I wanted to do some slightly funner stuff on different locations, but I have to switch this around, which is a little annoying. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 3 more to do. God dang. No, 9. I got 2 more to do. So I got this guy, which I have to try and figure out where I would put him. And then this guy, which I had. Oh yeah, that one's at least somewhat easier. I'm there. F14. And then I just have one other one that I gotta figure out here. Yeah, you know what? I'll try my luck here. L19, why not? Okay, so that's all of my gliders placed in their initial landing hex. They're all facing the wind direction, and I don't have paratroopers, so I don't have to worry about that.
Right.
So at this point, defensive first fire can occur from light AA, though I don't believe. Do pin units get to do shots? For whatever reason, I keep thinking that it has to be you can't be halved, but I might be thinking vehicles.
Yeah, no, so these guys can shoot. They have HMGs.
Right, the guys
There's
in
a
oh
reason.
09.
Yeah, and the reason they're stacked is because everything's halved and they're pinned. But essentially, because there's no rate of fire for light AA with an HMG,
Hmm.
I only get to pick one target. They're all aerial targets, so I can see everybody.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
everybody's in range.
doubles the range, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which
So
I don't.
they're, I think
Can't,
we can cover the whole board.
yeah, I can't
And
imagine. Well, it's not that it covers the whole board. It's just that like so six. If it's 6 hexes, it's technically 12 hexes away type idea.
right. So
But I don't know how much that matters or not, anyways. So
yeah, it's gonna take some kind of stupid roll. So we'll just shoot at this guy. Why not?
sure. So it's
So light AA.
So what do we got here? Yeah, so you use IFT dice roll number vehicle kill number. Can't be from a
It's
building, pillbox, or
IFT on
blind
the
hex.
shooting for the star number.
Yep. E 7.5,
So
E 7.511. I like how it's in a different spot than gliders.
yeah, yeah.
Only
It's
eight
actually
against.
what, like in the aircraft rules or whatever.
Yeah, it's in the air support rules. Um, yeah, so you don't use it to hit. MG loses multiple rate of fire capability when it fires an air target and is subject to countering. No leader DRM can apply. Um, yeah, can't attack the same one more than once. I think that's one that I got wrong with a buddy, but I think he had a gun, so it works differently, anyways. Yeah, so resolution, yeah, resolved on the vehicle line on the IFT, no modifiers. Um, never modified by TM or hindrances other than LV or smoke. So there's a +1 for the LV that exists.
Yeah, the +1 LV counts, and I think your gliders are a +1 aircraft. So that's a +2.
Is it?
Look inside the star. I think they're a 1.
But is that a +1 for being shot at?
Yep.
Huh. Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah. So I'll roll. I mean, it's got to be something absurdly low to have any kind of effect.
Mm-hmm.
That's not absurdly low.
And
Please continue.
so that was both of them or just one?
That was both machines.
Okay.
I think if I just shot one, we would be off the end of the table.
Oh, meh. I mean, I think it yeah, whatever. Okay. So, now that AA has shot, there's no damage, there's no wounding, nobody has to do anything, so there's no evasive actions. So I end up doing landing die rolls on all of them, and obviously announcing which one that I'm rolling for, and then we'll do our stuff here. So we'll do just top bottom, I guess left to right, just to make it easy. So K1. Of the 4 prior hexes, they're all clear of any obstacles.
Yeah, so it's 5 prior hexes, so you have a -5 for that aircraft, so you cannot fail.
Yeah, so it's really just
Yeah, he lands in that hex basically.
Do I not still roll for to see if what my colored die
You can
roll
still
is?
roll, but again, it's a -5. So you can't fail.
But you can still
No, no,
miss
this
large or
is
short, right?
so you can land. This isn't your crash roll. You could still potentially crash on a 6, but this is your scatter roll basically.
Sure, but I thought that no matter what, you had to roll to see if you miss large or short. Long, not large, but whatever.
Right. I mean, technically, well, yes, you do have to. So you make a landing die roll, and you
Yep.
have to roll less than or equal to a 1, right? So you roll 2 dice,
Yep.
right? The colored die roll has to be less than or equal to 1
Oh, right. And
for
if
you
it's
to be
above
for,
one, you miss.
right.
Okay, okay, okay,
But
okay.
then for each consecutive hex along your line of your avenue approach, which is 5 hexes, which is clear, la 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 la, you get a -1. So when you land carefully, as you have done, with 5 clear hexes, you get a -5 to the colored die roll. So you know, even if you roll a 6, it's still a 1, and that means that there'd
Right.
be no scatter. You're going to land in that hex.
Right, I get it. So you roll, and then if the colored, if it was possible for the colored die to be above one, that would determine if you're how many
Then we look if
hexes.
you're long or short
Right.
and how many hexes exactly.
Gotcha,
Then we
gotcha, gotcha.
investigate further in the rule.
Cool. So I will. How do I ground? There we go. So he lands in K1. Then we have H10, which does not have a clear avenue of approach.
Right. So if
Um,
we count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We have a crest line, we have orchard, and we have a building. So he has a -1 and a +3. So he gets a +2 on the colored die roll. And the you only count consecutive clear hexes. Once we hit obstacles, the 5th one doesn't matter anymore.
breach consecutive hex along lands is clear of an obstacle whose topmost height. There can be no such obstacle. So even elevation changes are counted as an obstacle? Alright.
Crest line is an obstacle, yeah.
Boo. Alright. Well, so that
Well,
is going to
we
be
need,
miss.
yeah, we need to read now and see what he does. I have some of the rules fair. Like I said, I read these about 100 times last night, but that I don't have.
So,
Right. So if it
so
fails to land in its initial landing X, which it did, it overshoots if the white die roll is greater than or equal to 4, undershoots less than or equal to 3. So the white die roll is over 4, right?
yeah.
So you overshoot, and you overshoot long or short by 1 hex for every number greater than 1 on the colored die roll, including the modifiers. So you were -1 +3, so you were +2 on the modifier, and the colored die roll was a 6. So
Mm-hmm.
that's an 8, so you overshoot by 7 hexes.
Is it not miss short then rather than miss long on over, or is that
The
backwards in that?
colored die was a 5. The white die was a 5, right?
Yeah, so it's miss short, isn't it?
Uh,
Or do they?
Training.
Because I think
So
unless
it
the
will overshoot if the white die roll is greater than or equal to 4. Fall short if the white die roll is less than or equal to 3. 8.22 landing.
8.22. Oh, so they do have it backwards in the guide one. Okay, cool, great. I'll have to. I wonder if I can edit that to be the other way around. Okay, so overshoot.
Oh, you have the glider cheat sheet?
Yeah,
Oh,
and the
okay,
glider
okay.
cheat sheet
It's
has it
backwards.
backwards. They say if
Mm,
white die roll is 4 or above, you miss short. If it's 3 or less, you miss long. So clearly it's
oh, okay.
backwards. Okay, so yeah, so blah blah blah. One by 1 hex for every number over its final landing colored die roll. Right, so 7 hexes you said, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, okay, well, you know what? I'm not taking immediate shots from anybody. I am going to also take this moment to bring units out hip, if you don't mind, so that I do not forget. Because, boy, that'll be annoying if that happens. Squad, that's hip. Some support weapons. Where is my...
Actually, we're gonna have to put you. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to put you off board by 2 hexes because these are 2-level obstacles, not 1-level obstacles. Right. So you were in H10, so you get a -1, and then a +1, a +2, and a +2.
Per
So your
each
net was +4,
consecutive
not +2.
hex that is clear of... Per each full level above the base level...
Of the so your ILH was level 0. That's 2, and that's 2, and that's
Gotcha.
1. So it's 5 levels with
So,
1 minus, so +4. So 2 more hexes, which
so,
I mean, they just
so that's
it
what
actually
happens
gets
when
you out
you...
of range of getting shot. It's a better place to land.
Presumably, but I am losing turns with those guys. But that is
Yeah,
what
that's true. That's true.
that's what happens when you have to
Slows you
change
down.
stuff on the fly here. Okay, so that one I can delete. Don't have to worry about that one anymore. That one was H10. Where's my H10? Oh, I think I wrote H11. Yep. All right. So this guy and some of these. You'll probably not be shocked to know or learn that some of these gliders have squads with 2 demolition charges each because you kind of have to.
Yeah,
You don't
because
have...
you have 22 of them.
Yeah, you kind of just have to stack everybody with as many weapons as possible here. Okay, G11. So, same issue here.
Right. So -1, -2, +1, +2, +2. So you have 2 minuses and 5 pluses. So he's a net +3.
Yeah, so 5, it's not going to be...
Right. So he's short by 4 hexes.
Right, because the white die was a 3. Gotcha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just mark him there. He is a... He's got that. He's got one of these. Wish I could place these down centered the first time around so I don't have to do many more clicks here. All right. So that one's figured out. F14. I believe that's the next one in the order.
Hedges and walls we don't count because they're half level. So
yeah, I think he's clear. Because J16 would be the only one that could potentially, but it's not. It's at the same height, not above.
right. So his base level is 1.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of those are above his base level, but he does have a crest line.
But it's a lower crest line.
Does it say only a? Yeah, that I don't know. If it matters.
Not landing. Oh, should we do the landing die roll as well as they land? Or the crash? Or do we...
Yeah, we do that last.
Okay. Because I'm just trying to think of how are we going to remember, I guess, this guy. Oh, well, okay, yeah, never mind. Because you're only taking into account where he lands, not anything prior. All right, never mind. Yeah, so it does say, crest line.
Oh, the crest line, I think the crest line might only be for your crash dialog. So let's take a look at that. So for H10, I don't think we had to count J11. So he would be a hex closer to the board, this guy.
Okay. And then the guy in K13 would be in J12 then? Because it'd be one
Guy
hex less?
in.
Because the guy that landed off
Mhm.
board was 2 off board, I think.
Right. So he would move back one,
So
and
he's,
then
yeah.
the other guy
J12, we would have
at the
counted crest
crest line,
line.
he would be one square closer,
Yeah,
correct?
so he'd be at J12.
Right. And then
Yep.
the guy would do it now, I think automatically lands.
Yeah, because there's nothing above
Automatically
his
lands.
height. So,
He hits his target. Yeah.
okay. So let me just yeah. Okay, so I need one of yous, another handy dandy DC, because everybody's friggin' piling those on them. That's okay. That's F14 done. Now, what's next? R15.
So R15, this is one of the weird ones. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wouldn't you count? So you would count 1, 2, 3, 4,
Or do we
5?
count T16 twice? I don't know. I have to look at the example.
Well, if you're mirroring the board, right, then you'd have to.
I have the example open. Let me.
Okay.
I'll grab the example and paste it in the Discord so you can see it.
The
Or
the
if you have the
joys.
annual, it's in annual 96. Flight School Gliders Made Simple.
I gotta go look through the gliders. Annual 96. I gotta go find my annual 96. Where is my annual bundle? I find it funny too, because a lot of people just like end up turning up their nose and be like, "Oh, this is why glider I will never play, so I'd never have to learn these scenarios or learn these rules." It's like that's what makes these fun, is you don't see these often. Flight school. Conclusion. Final. So, page 38 is the example.
It's right. Yeah, so it's on page 38. Yep. Right.
Make his avenue approach, color diagram, blah, 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 avenue approach, 5 guarantees was to
Right, yeah, we don't double H10 in the example, right? We go 9, 10, 11, which is represented by 9.
Where?
If you read the italicized text,
On page 38.
top left of page 38.
So example, a glider's ILH is 4H8. Oh, because it's on a... Okay, right.
Yeah, of course, he's giving us a board example that's not in the diagram, but it's easy enough to figure out what he's doing, right? So if you land an 8, you go 9, 10, 11. There is no 11. It's represented by 9, not by 10 again. You follow what I'm saying?
Wow, okay, yeah, I guess. That seems strange, but all right. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's not that house is still not above, right? It's still level equal.
Right, right. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. The height of that obstacle is level 2. You are at level 2. It doesn't count. You land
Yeah.
right there.
Man, I'm glad we're doing this, but geez, it feels like it's like taking a math test every once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
You're like,
It's pretty.
friggin'. Okay.
Who's next? Who's the next victim?
So that guy gets on board. I gotta give him his stuff here. So this, and you can probably guess a DC's in there as well. I actually don't know if I have a single glider that doesn't have a DC. I guess we'll do H16 just to keep it fun here. So H16 has 3 hexes that are clear.
-1, -2, -3.
And then +4.
+2, +4. So he's -3, +4. So he's a net +1.
All right, so
So
math.
he's long by 5 hexes.
Long by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finds himself in C14. So that guy was H16, which is these guys. Give myself one of those. I'm gonna be so happy once all these guys finally just exist on the board.
I'm gonna be so unhappy if at least half of these gliders don't crash and die.
Well, they're in clear, space.
I
So
think you're all. I think so far everybody looks like they're in pretty good shape.
we'll continue with the same H17. Just might as well. It's gonna be easier that way. So H17, 1, 2.
Clear, +1, +2.
Plus,
So he's -1, -2, +1, +2. So he's a net 0.
would it not be +3 because M20 is his 5th hex?
And well, what you don't. Once you hit obstacles, you don't get any more clear hexes.
Sure, but I'm saying M20 should be a +1, wouldn't it? If we're counting it as an obstacle?
No, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt him either because it's not an obstacle. Right. This is clear terrain.
So why does L19 count as an obstacle? Because of crest line?
L19 has. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at L20. So -1,
So
-2
so it's just a
+1.
+1.
Doesn't count. So
Okay, so a -1.
a net -1 for that
Uh,
guy.
he'll be fine, right?
He lands.
Woo, and
Lands.
not maybe in a kill zone. Woo,
What's the problem?
maybe directly in a kill zone. Is it this guy? This guy. Some of these guys, I'm happy where they're landing, but also I kind of wish they'd land somewhere else. But I think that's the. I feel like that's the maximum.
You're gonna line him up here, or line him up here.
No way. That's too conservative. What am I gonna do that far
I
out?
would have done the chicken shit routine and lined them up 100 miles from the objective.
If you're pinned, I gotta take advantage of that. Screw it. Okay, and then I guess we'll just do left to right here. So L19 has a -3, right? Because then it ends at P21.
Yeah, so he goes -1, -2, -3, -4. No, he lands. He's good.
Yep. Because I'm not thinking mirrored at that point. I'm thinking continue because we have the stuff on there. But all right.
Oh right, yeah. Only 20 hexes are playable, but
Yeah.
Either way we look at it, he's good.
Okay, so him. All these friggin' DCs. You know what makes it the worst too is that because I've had so many scenarios where I've had gliders and they've all gone terribly. You know, it's like, oh, of course I'll have my 9-2 with the MMG. That just like makes sense. I want him to set a base of fire, and that's the one that like gets shot down or crashes into a building and everybody dies.
Right. Of course, right.
Glider in N18, he's just gonna have a -1, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. -1.
All right. Well, I got very lucky on that
Good.
one. I'll take it. N18 is these bad boys. But yeah, I've had so many times where it's just like, all right, well, I was playing one regarding Crete and Heraklion. And boy howdy, the Brits knew how to shoot that day, and they did not want to miss ever. So I had did that drag over? No. Okay. So I had a scenario where I think I lost half of my gliders before I landed. It didn't work out too well for the Germans on that one. Q17, he's shouldn't have any obstacles, and the same thing for R17.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both good.
Yeah. So, all right. So they are both landed. Let's just make sure I do this correctly here. That guy's. Oh, I forgot the name of R17. Whatever. He goes there. Okay. So he gets to advance. Like
his
once.
Terrain is done the same way. So he was 1 hex off board.
Yeah.
So his terrain is the same as B7, so he's in open ground, which is, not woods or something that'll kill you. So, all right, we've determined that.
You know, we can just say wounded. Why not hope for the better of the two?
All right. Crash dive. Upon landing, each glider is flipped to its green side. It must immediately make a final die roll, less than or equal to 6 to avoid a crash. All modifiers are cumulative. So, if you're not in the final ILH, that's a +1. And then it depends on your terrain.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oops. There. And these guys, and this guy, and lastly, guys up top. Okay, I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anybody, so I'm just gonna exit out of my other fleet game here, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Perfect. Okay. Ugh, rough. All right. So crash die roll. Use reverse, etc. Crash. So yeah, I guess we'll just do same kind of idea here. I'll mark the gliders move that need to check for crash. So the guy in K1, I'm assuming I could just roll, but it doesn't matter because right, he's not damaged, it's not gusts.
He landed at his ILH,
yeah.
So he has no modifiers.
Yeah.
He only crashes on a 6.
Right, on a 6. So die roll, he's fine.
He's good.
Then we'll do the guy off board, so he's not landing his final ILH. It's not
he's
damaged.
In clear terrain, so he has a +1.
Yeah, nothing else. All right, he's fine. Then Buddy in J12. He's not in his initial.
And not initial, so he's got a
+2. He's fine. Yeah, if that was Orchard, that'd be it would have been damaged if he was in an orchard.
Plus,
Or actually, no, because I wouldn't have the crest line, so I would have still managed to
you wouldn't
survive
have the
that one.
crest line. So.
Yeah. Oh well, actually, but there is a hedge, so yeah, he would have been wounded. Okay. Markham moved. Next up, we've got F-14, which is in his initial. Pretty sure he didn't
So no modifiers.
go anywhere. This guy's not in
Oh,
his
he does have a
initial.
crest line.
Oh right, he is in his. Yeah. So he is wounded. Or sorry, there's a +1. No, so he's a void crash because it's just 6. Right?
So
Yeah.
F-14 crashed.
He was in his initial hex. But he does have +1 for the crest line, so it is a +1 on 5. 6 is a void crash. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Guy in C-14 is not in their initial hex. Okay. There's no other modifier, so that will wound.
Oh no, a 6 is not. He only rolled a 6, right? Not a 7.
No, but there's a +1 for not being an initial hex.
Right, but you rolled a 5, right?
On the last one, I just rolled a 6.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, so that guy gets wounded, which I'm gonna have to figure that out afterwards. There, that sucks.
Right. So what was his final die roll? That guy?
Just a 7.
A 7. Okay.
Yeah,
One
just
7.
because rolled 6 +1 for not in initial or final
Yeah.
initial
Well,
landing hex.
a 7 is damaged, and greater than or equal to 8 is
Eliminated, yeah.
and replaced with a 1.
I just gotta get my wound counter here because it gets treated all that way. Okay. Guy in H-17 is in his initial hex. He's fine. Mark this moved. L-19 is in their initial hex. There is a hedge. And
Right, so
a
he
crest
crossed
line.
the hedge hex side, and he has a crest line. So
Yeah.
he's
+2.
2.
So it's
So he's fine.
6, which I'll be very lucky again. Cross my fingers here. N-18 landed in initial hex, but
He's fine. No modifiers.
yeah, because it's not. Does it count
He didn't-
any hedge?
No, only hedges that are on his line of approach.
Gotcha. So he's fine. Although I guess I didn't. Whatever. And then these 3 are all in their initial hexes.
Right,
So
you have
R-15 for crest, he's fine. And Q-17, same idea for crest, he's fine.
right.
And then R-17 should just be fine no matter what.
No matter what. Yep.
Okay, well, 1 damaged, I'll take it.
That is not good for me.
So that then concludes movement phase. Right, pretty sure.
Yep.
And then
Damaged guy.
that only happens once they start
Support
piling out.
weapons or guns and a damaged glider are considered to have malfunctioned.
Yeah, but it's
So
only something to worry about once they pile out, right?
right, and then the damaged glider suffers CR to 1 or more random selections.
Yeah.
All other passengers take a normal morale check.
Mm-hmm. Go figure, one of the guys who landed in the most open of areas, they're the ones that...
Yeah.
So, defensive fire phase, is there anything...
All right, so let's see what we got. Everybody's pinned. Let's remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll start with this guy here.
Sure. So 4 up 2. 1 for height and then 1 for LV.
All flyers modified. Yeah. So let's just look at the table and see what we need, because a lot of the shots are.
Oh, right. We have to do
So 4 shots need a 5.
So there is one thing to keep in mind, because these are the Belgians, right? So the Belgians have a thing where it says, due to lack of grenades, treat all triple point blank fire as point blank fire and subtract 1 from the unit's firepower when using point blank fire. So it's a 3 up 2.
3 up 2. Okay.
Yeah.
3. So on a 3, it's a big difference though, because
Yeah, I know.
4 needs a 5, a 3 needs a 4.
Mm-hmm.
So we need snakes to take out the glider. Okay. Did not. And cowards. So.
These snakes. No, you if you had 3. Oh, right. No. Yeah.
So this guy is a 2 up 1.
Actually, I don't know if you'd be able to even do anything on the vehicle, because is it original or modified? Because if you rolled Snake Eyes, you would cower twice with greens.
Let's look at the table. Yeah, let's see. So if a 2 cowers twice, it's no effect. We know that.
Yeah.
So he needs a 4.
Did I not?
So he can get an effect on a 3, basically. So this guy needs a 3. So the 2 won't do it. A 2 would double cower off the table. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna roll him. That's not a 3.
I'm very annoyed suddenly that the critical hit, the pages that I got, right? It uses like British colors, but the module has them on Allied minor colors. No consistency there.
Alright, so my machine gun stab is a 2-4. Let's shoot a 4 flat at that guy.
Up 1 because of the height advantage, no?
Oh, low vis and height advantage, right?
Yeah.
So 4 up 1. But at least he stays on the 4 table. I see.
And I don't think you cower, right? Or am I thinking about something else here?
No, I gotta leave it. So close. So close. If it wasn't for the plus, that would have just eliminated him. Oh boy, here comes Superman, and we haven't even dinged one of them.
So you got a full turn of shooting afterwards.
So this guy, who can see? Let's see that guy. Let's see him plateaued out of there. So I'll shoot at this guy.
Sure.
Range 5. Area target type, +2 for pins, so needs a 6 probably, or something along those lines. That's a miss. And it's pins, so there's no rate of fire. It's going good. Going well.
Were you using area or?
That was area.
Oh, right, because it's mortar. Yeah, so you get acquisition.
Yeah. There's an app, right? I don't think that's how that was supposed to work.
That what's supposed to work?
AT gun has a shot at that guy. I don't know. What's the range? 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So range 13. That's a vehicle, so that's going to be, I'm sure the Belgians are red, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Allied miners just in general are all red numbers.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 7. These pins, so he needs a 5 to hit. I think that's it. Oh no, and then the low visibility, so he needs a 4. Yep. Other mortar. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he'll shoot at this guy as well. I think he needs a 5 to hit into low vis, right?
Yeah, because there's a +3 to the shot, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he missed. There's no way. Oh, I didn't even realize there was a guy adjacent to him. Wow, it's different. That was extreme on the dumbness scale. That's fine. Dumb is my specialty. It's fine. This mortar here.
The wounded guys, all right. Bad manners.
So he is going to need another +3 shot. So they all seem to be the same shot. The lack of rate of fire has killed me. This gun can shoot him. Oh, that's it. Okay. I think it just eliminates it, right? It's a star target.
I don't know. It's a 47. It doubles because you're not shooting IFE, right? So you're doubling to 10. Because I thought you still had to roll the IFT on the vehicle start line. Or is it unarmored?
45. Final to kill number is 8 on critical hit, so it's a 16. So he burns on a 8 or less, 7 or less.
I'm sorry, where? Because which table are you looking for?
I was looking at the vehicle to kill, unarmored vehicle.
For
kill number on the AP to kill table.
Yeah, so AP to kill.
Right, look at the bottom, unarmored target.
Oh, gotcha.
57 millimeter is an 8, doubled on crit.
Gotcha, yeah, it's a 20, so yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Less than the equal half, so 8 or less is a flaming rep. Just a regular rep. Who else can see somebody? And you can't shoot at the guy off the board, right?
No.
That's fugazi.
Fortunately or unfortunately.
All right, I think that's all the shots, my friend.
Sounds good. So advanced fire phase, everybody comes on board.
Everybody appears.
Now, I don't get to shoot as well, right? I just come on board?
No, you have an advanced fire phase.
I get an advanced fire phase? What? So the advanced contents are placed on board. First time after resolving consequences, all damage results. They were considered broken. Assume their own morale.
Resolving the consequences, all damage results. Blah 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 blah. They assume their own morale, firepower, leadership. No longer subject to losses.
Cool.
They possibly advance out of the hex. Such units can fire in that advanced fire phase.
Okay, so let's take these guys out.
So the only thing they do is random select for your damage cloud.
Yeah. Let's
all support weapons all malfunction.
Get everybody here on board here. Over here, it's horse, and then morale check. He's fine.
Morale check.
This guy will retain his concealment, but is not hip anymore. And the other guy died, and there's this guy. I think that's everybody. And in case I need to count again, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's everybody on board. I think they're all placed, etc., etc. So, advanced fire phase. Now my guys have assault fire. So, well, just yeah, I'm gonna hope I have some good stuff here. So, R15 is going to try and take a shot at Q15. So, it is a 7 firepower because he's gonna use the anti-tank rifle.
I cannot see any of your squads. I can only see leaders and support weapons.
Did you install the extension? Because if you can't see, because there's the 758s only come in the extension. I sent you.
Are they auto-loaded like normal, or are they old
No.
school extensions?
You have to install the extension for them to show up, because they only exist in a critical hit product. So there's no okay, there's absolutely no official support for it.
How do I load extensions? I have no idea.
So you'll have to add it to. Well, I'll just. Do this. Go to my plugins. Okay, so you'll have to restart your game because Vassal cannot auto update while playing. So you have to take the extension I just sent, you put it in your extensions folder, and then you'll have to restart your game. So exit out of Vassal, like both Vassal Engine and VASL, and then restart it and join the room.
So Vassal and Vassal, got you.
Yeah, because
I'm out of Vassal and Vassal.
yeah, then download the extension, the MDX file I sent you. You put in your plugins, and then start as you normally would.
So modules 6.7. Yeah, I have the MDX file in my extensions directory already.
CHFTB. Okay. I mean, they should have shown up then.
But it's not a VMDX, it's an MDX. It's the old style, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because for me, like, I have MDX and VMDX, and they all work.
All right. Let me restart Vassal. I'll just restart Vassal and do it different.
Is there even a record of people playing this? Winged Devils.
So let me I'm going to check my preferences.
Yeah, like the only way for it to not show up would be if you're not pointing to the right extensions folder. Because I have 5 counters that I've set up underneath the turn tracker, and they're all from that extension.
Extensions directory. So limits. Goes out again. And open. Hey, we got squads.
You start seeing them?
Okay. I can see them now. Yep.
Cool. So yeah, my guys in, I realized it'd be a +4, but whatever. I said I'd do it. So so the guys in R15 are gonna take a shot at Q15. Maybe do a up 4 shot on 7, because it's 5 halved, doubled, +1, and then ATR. Didn't matter. So that guy is advanced. I'll shoot him individually. R17 will shoot at the poor greens next to him in R16. It is an 8 firepower, so up 1, so 4 and 8, which is a, I want to say 3 check. I don't think it's a KIA or anything. 2 check. Okay, well,
They explode.
they will. Can I claim no quarter or anything? That's gonna be important. I might not be allowed to. Guards, yeah, their guard number is crazy high. I'm not sure if I can refuse. No quarter. No. Yeah, okay. So I can't no quarter. All right. So I have to pick up prisoners. Cool. So those guys have shot. I don't need to... Unless I want to kill them. Those guys are in a building, so there's no sense. Yeah, you know what? I'll be evil. No. That's just... That's silly. Okay. Next shots here. I think the only other one I have is over in J12. I'm going to shoot at the mortar in J13. Is it just a +1?
+3, right? We're in place. Do we haven't moved?
Sure. Didn't matter.
Nice.
And
Good to get
then
out of the way when you can't break anything.
I broke my ATR.
Oh, did you? Oh, sorry. Opened my mouth too fast.
That's it for shots, I believe. I don't think there's anything else I can do. So we'll go to routes. The one guy becomes prisoners. So we'll just link them. So those guys become prisoners. I don't think there's any other routes to do. And I just need to... So I'm still allowed to advance, right?
Correct.
And my guy's off board. Is it only... So contents of enter the game board. Yeah, only if eliminated on landing. Because is it the advance phase where... Oh, E9.41. If unit is not removed unless eliminated, they are not... Okay, so in the movement phase / advance phase, and you can only move one hex during the movement phase. So essentially those guys will advance because it would be silly to just keep them off board the entire time. I think this is the only appropriate hex. We'll take off the concealment because I don't think they would retain it. Okay, now advances. How do I want to do advances here? So the J12 guys are going to advance on the mortar because there's no reason not to.
Seems to me, sir.
R15 is going to advance on Q15. Again, no reason not to. This is going to be interesting here. Do I move them? Both Q17... you know what? No, that's just silly. Q17 is going to go to Q18. And the guys with the guards are going to get closer to R16. Or go to R16, get closer to R15, Q15. I don't really want to take my chances on that one foxhole yet. So N18 are going to go to M19. Stacking L19 is going to assault into the building, if I hopefully select them correctly. The gents in H17 are going to advance to I17. I mean, broken mortar, I don't really know if I care about that anymore. Andy's over portage. No, I think I'm going to have to dump the mortar. I'm going to go to G14. And then stacking C14 is going to split. So the leader's going to go into D13. The squad is going to go to C13. Should be fine for that stuff. Everybody... I think that's everybody. Yeah. So that's everybody for advance. We go to CC, unless there's any other secret CCs anywhere. I don't think so.
Secret CCs, sir.
Okay. So we'll do the easier one first, J13. There's no ambush chance. my guys. I don't think I can declare hand-to-hand or anything crazy like that. So I think it's just straight. Let me just see. Elite, stealthy, assault engineer, sappers, self-rally. Everything, every capability in the world. Hand-to-hand may be initiated by Fallschirm, so I can initiate hand-to-hand.
Oh yeah, your guys can declare him.
But is
Very
that
vicious
worth
too,
it? You'd be 1/4. 5 would still be a result. I would be at a 2-1. You know what? I'll invoke it. It's a 5/4/8. Why not? I will get a kill. I would have gotten the kill anyways, but no. Okay. That is one obstacle and soon to become problem. And then Q15. So Q15, there is an ambush chance. Okay, well, I'm at 0 because I don't think I have any other.
Right?
I'm only well, okay, it didn't matter. Or didn't matter in that modifier sense. So I will attempt to capture attempt because they're green. So it's a -1 for capture, -1 for ambush. And I might as well do. Oh wait, can I do? Can you can mix hand to hand and capture, right? I don't think there's any limit against that.
You can just roll it now. I'll look in the index real quick.
Okay, it didn't matter. So I will. I'll get them as prisoners because I declared it. So we got 2 prisoners. No CC anymore. I think that's it. All right, the hardest part of this scenario is now over with. We're at the easier part. There we go. It's in 3 hexes.
It doesn't say anything about hand-to-hand in the capture rules.
Yeah, I figured maybe hand-to-hand you're allowed to do it at the same time. Because I don't see... Hand-to-hand is just different numbers. It's not necessarily a... You can't try to capture just because it's hand-to-hand, you know? Yeah, I'm seeing if there's any errata that says anything about it.
Only if he has not been ambushed. Once declared, affects all units.
So compilation 7 of errata answers. Can a capture attempt be made during hand-to-hand CC? Answer is yes. A 20.22 and J 2.31.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so they got made prisoners, and that's like I said, that's it for the turn. We go to your turn 1.
Okay, rally phase. Nobody to rally. They all gave up.
I ditched the one gun, the one mortar I could try to repair, but I do have an ATR. I will get an ATR back. Okay. I almost feel silly dumping that mortar now.
Because you would have rolled the 1.
Yeah. You know what? I can finally.
So we are pinned. So
that is true.
Doing anything complicated in the rally phase? Let's go to prep fire.
Weather.
Sorry, wind king.
No. Oh, and my sniper is now officially on the board.
Yes, that is not. shoot everything. It's the order of the day. I'll start with this gun here. Going to have to change covered arc a lot. So one, two, there's
Three either way.
So, either way, so 3 hexes.
So it's a
Still
plus
pinned.
5 just for turning.
Yeah, so +5 for turning, pinned +7, low visibility +8, so needs an improbable hit.
I mean, you can just declare change covered arc. You don't have to shoot.
Yeah, we're not even in the roll.
Yeah.
Although we could get acquisition. What's your sniper number?
Sniper's 3.
We'll roll for the act because I'm kind of stupid.
Well, then get it.
Hitting, no rate of fire.
Nah, no rate of fire.
Huh. This little greedy guy. 2 up 1.
2 up 1, sure.
This is just so stupid.
7 on 2.
Open.
I'm just gonna get rid of the glider counter here. I don't think it's
Yeah, they're just not
doesn't matter anymore.
This little greedy guy, 2 up 1.
Mhm.
5 goes, whatever. Fist. Machine gunner. 2 up 1.
Oh right, pinned.
Nobody's pinned. You're just gonna sweep us away like doormats.
Hopefully, but I don't know. Easier said than done at this rate. I still got a lot of map to go through.
Right. Next AT gun.
Turn 1, you should have a little bit more, in the tank there, Rob. All this doom and gloom.
We got a lot of guys left.
Yeah, but so do you.
No, I said we have a lot of guys.
Yeah.
I'm not dooming and glooming. All right, let's see.
Well, you keep saying you're gonna be swept away like a doormat.
Well, I mean these green guys over here.
Sure.
2. Shoot this AT gun at them.
Now, are you allowed to do that? Because the casemate's got special stuff, right?
Oh, they're in the fort. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll undo that.
Because he sees
Where my guys are before I.
he can shoot out of I-6, but it doesn't help anyways. But
Yeah,
something
you can
to
only shoot out of this X side and this X side. So
yeah.
He's kind of right. They're out of range. We're just going to hell. He has a mortar. That's fun. What's his range? Is he a real squad? He's a real squad. Alright, so mortar from here to where's he going to shoot? Who's more dangerous? Monster Death Squad of Doom. Monster Death Squad of Doom. 2 of them. Hell shoot at him.
Okay.
And the target that I'll just roll it. See what happens. Nope. I think we still need 5s.
Yeah, because it's still +3.
That's not what was supposed to happen. Alright, you can shoot as many as 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hexes. You can shoot what? 1 up 1? Why not? Those are the shots that usually land. You see? A 4 on the 1.
So you're shooting what, the squad from J8?
Inherent firepower. Inherent from the same squad.
Yeah, from J8. Okay.
So
is it normal? So he's fine. No sniper.
Normal get you guys with like 10 morale or whatever it is.
Yeah, 9. Crazy 9.
Crazy things. Okay, so that's prep for that stat. Dunzo. Okay. Machine guns can see anybody. Seven, okay. What do we got? AT gun against these guys?
Sure.
Desperation shot. Infantry target type. That'll hit him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
At that range, but it's only a 47. So what is that? 5?
Yep.
Okay. Looks like that ball of nothing. 5 because we're getting order. Area actively follow the guy, right? We'll shoot at your big honcho.
Okay.
Needs a 5. So, what do you got? Itty bitty unit. It still has a minimum range of 4. Is that path target? I think he's got to shoot the same guy. Right here.
Okay. Very consistent on those 6s.
Yeah, can't complain about 6s, but they're not doing nothing. Machine gun guy. Who did he shoot at? Did he see the guys on that hill? Well, he can only see this guy. He can only see that guy, period. All right. So we know where he's shooting. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hex range. So he's got a 4 up 1.
Or 1.
5 on the 4.
It's a 1 check, I think.
And the 4 is a 1 check.
Leader is fine. Squad is not.
Not for long, unfortunately, but we did great. Okay. This guy. Let's see what guys with my prison are. What they're in a stone building. That's going to be a 2 up 4. Sounds like a waste of time. We're not going to do that. Okay, I think that's it for defensive.
Sounds good.
Sorry. We can't move. Defensive.
All right, let's see if I can do something back here. 758 in A7 is going to hit D7. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. So it's a 7 up 1. 7 on 7 should be normal. Yeah. Okay. 548 in G14 is going to take a shot at the big mortar in K15. So 503 or Yeah, you're in place, so you don't get the height advantage. So yeah, 5 up 3, I think.
Right, you just get +2, yeah.
So nothing.
Let's see, slow breeze, that's it.
548 in Q15 will try themselves, so it'll be 6 because they're adding the ATR. 6 up 4. Nope. I don't think these guys see anybody. He doesn't see anybody. J13 will shoot at the AT gun, because why not? It's doubled. There's a +2, so I can't imagine there's anything. Maybe 12. 12 on 12, I think. So, that is... Is that going to be it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C13, 3.5 up 3. No, because it's yeah, no pin test check or anything. Pretty sure that's going to be it for shots. And it's Fireface.
Look at that.
Routes. No, he does not fail the route, but he would. So you either have to low crawl, with the only destinations being D6 or E7, or you could try running them towards J1. Just gotta double check here, because I know... Is it only for... Oh, I can secretly record...
Not in effect, right?
No quarter is not in effect because I can't invoke it. For route purposes, replace the word woods with orchards. And I can always route towards a glider, but orchards are valid route terrain. So you could theoretically eventually make it to, K8, etc. But the deciding factor here is you have to go through E7, because if you go through E8, you can see this guy.
Got it. Okay, so he has to go.
Like, you could route to G6 before then getting closer, so G6 would be the end destination, but you're still being interdicted by the... So you'd have to low crawl, essentially.
A low crawl to D6, that's all.
Sure. Sounds good. I am going to have my guys in Q18 route towards the glider, just because. I guess technically, no, I can't. Pretty sure I could see somebody else. No, I'll just go there. That's it for my routes.
No advances.
No advances, no CC. Turn 2 for the Germans. Weather, no change. Rally phase. I have one guy to try and rally. Is it considered...
Closer than it looks.
Is it considered rally terrain? I don't think so. I rolled a 7. No, pretty sure. If it doesn't count as rally terrain, then I don't get it. F1C. What? Of course they reference a different thing.
Building pillbox trench or woods.
Okay, hold on. I have a question here. When you're fanatic, does that raise both your morale levels? Or is fanatic just for good order?
Oh, right.
Both its normal and broken morale increased by 1. So
Yeah,
they don't
it's
have...
+1.
Yeah, so they have a 10 morale broken, not a 9.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll rally, but that's silly. That
Oh, yeah,
is...
yeah. It's, you
That
guys
is...
have 10 broken side morale, which is just like.
Yeah, like... It kind of... It makes me wonder, like, why mark them as fanatic if they're already broken 9? You'd think that the broken 9 is... would count the... whatever. Okay.
Right. Yeah,
Like, at a certain point, like, they're... It's just way strong. I don't know. Yeah, that guy retains DM. All right, prep fire phase. In the prep fire phase, is there anything I need or want to prep fire? Technically, yes. Really sucks that I have a guy that's in a bit of a pickle here. Okay, so I think... Yeah, I think I'm going to have the guy in J13 shoot at the AT gun. Okay, I only roll 12s. What the heck does this guy want to do? Two, three, four, five. Yeah, I'm not getting there. Yeah, A7 is going to shoot at the guy with the medium machine gun. It's a 7 up 1. Pin test check.
check, sir. Coming in hot.
I guess technically he's pinned, so don't even
right, yeah. So
really need to roll it.
sorry to steal your thunder, Mr. Paratrooper, but we're already pinned.
I don't think there's anything else really. Go to movement phase. In the movement phase, the guys in Q15 are going to assault move to Q14.
Assault move, okay.
Any shots? Anything?
Nope, you assault move, we're not doing nothing.
Okay. M19, the leader with the DC, is going to... that'll be... Can I technically do that? Well, how much... I'm 1 short, but I gotta do it. Leader is going to declare CX with the DC. He's going to jump the hedge into M18 for 2.
Okay.
Over the hedge in L17 for 4.
The hedge into L17 for 4, okay.
And then L16 for 7.
He bounces.
He will bounce.
With, we are -1 point blank fire, right?
Yeah. So it's doubled halved -1. And then it's... What are the minuses here? So it's -1 for non-assault movement. He's not in open ground, so that cancels each other out. Then there's +1 LV, -1 leader. So it's a 3 flat, I think.
Sounds right.
okay. Can't really say that helps me out in any way, shape, or form.
Was 2 movement points. I guess we can take a 1 flat? 1.5 flat?
What's the 1.5?
You use 2 movement points, right? We could subsequent?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, should be 1.5 flat.
So we'll do that. 1, 1. Okay, we're done. Why do I keep clicking other because the dice just draw my eye.
I think you're trying to influence the viewers by not showing if you've got the dice bot on your side today.
Oh yeah. That's a clever plan. That's right. That's right.
Well, they've final fired, which is nice to know. Yeah, I have to try, I think, no matter what. How much would it cost? God, I just don't think I can because of cost, and that's the annoying part. The 548 with the double DC goes into M18 for 2.
Okay.
And then into M17 for 4.
Okay, so before you get into that foxhole,
I mean, I can't get in the foxhole anyways. I don't have the movement for it.
Oh, you don't have enough movement. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we got? These guys are so terrible.
Can you even shoot over the hedge? Because you're below.
But you are adjacent, right?
Does it count adjacent? All right.
I think adjacent is the thing there, but maybe not. We could look it up.
Well, at worst, roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter.
I might as well look it up before I take the second shot. Now just roll the second shot and I can look it up in downtime.
All right. Well. Yeah. It doesn't. Whatever. Does it show? Maybe it's in Foxhole B27.1. Location.
The hilarious thing is the residual is as powerful
Yeah.
as my point blank.
So B27.2, yeah, not all non-adjacent axes.
Non-adjacent, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, there's always final protective if you want to take it. From the 458, no.
Shot your 2 movement points already, right?
With M16, yeah, but you can technically shoot L16 if you wanted to. If you really wanted to. Okay, so those guys have shot. The 548 squad in I-17 is going to normal move to I-16 for 2 movement points.
Normal move to there. Okay, I don't think anybody can see them yet.
Any shots?
Oh, no, I don't think anybody can see them.
J15 for 4.
J15 for 4. Interesting preposition. Obviously, the mortar can shoot.
The 50mm has a 4 range?
Yes,
That's
50mm
gross.
4mm. So we could shoot the 18 from that one. jump the cord, kill it to death. That's a certainty. What does all of that do? Uses the AT don't have any targets. That's a good question. It does not, so we might as well do the thing. 1, 2. So that's a +3, pin +5, low visibility +6, stone building +9. Did I miss anything?
Is it +3 for turning or +4 because it's 2 hexes, hexides, wasn't it?
All right, so it might be a +10. So it's an improv thing.
Okay, well,
That's just great.
I
Isn't that always the way that works?
I mean, I will be honest. I'm surprised you didn't wait till defensive just to bop the guys next to him.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
Guy with the DC and G14 declares CX. They will go to H13 for 1.
Yep.
I13 for 2.
Yep.
Up to the glider for 4.
Sounds about right.
And then J11 for 5.
11 for 5. So it's an open ground house, isn't it? Machine gun. That's you.
So it's a 2 up 1.
4, 6, 7, 2 up 1. That sound right?
Yeah, because LV -1 for non-assault, and then +1 for height.
That would have broken water by me, sure.
Yeah. Wounded leader in D13 is gonna go to E14, then E13, E12. I can't imagine you want to shoot him, but just in case.
Nope.
Sounds good. The squad in C13 will go to B12 for 1. Normal move.
All right, we'll shoot at him with the mortar. Mortar.
Goes to, or sorry, if there's any other.
Other mortar. He's trying to shoot you. Little
Okay.
mortar, little baby, tiny mortar. I'm gonna break that one too.
You know, you can't call him, Rob. We're back in our 11s and 12-10s territory here.
I'm doing, you know this is,
Just
this is what I do.
I know, it's crazy. Continues to A12 for 2.
Okay.
Then A11 for 3.
Uh-huh.
And A10 for 4.
That's good.
All right, who else hasn't moved?
So wait, let me just see who hasn't moved in that thing. So that got tough fire. So my greenies will take the shot there.
As a 1 down 1, I think.
Down 1. 1 down 1. Sound right?
Sounds right. Pin test check. They are fine. Guys over in R16 with a group of prisoners are going to normal move to R15 for 1.
R15 for 1 normal moves. You can do these things because I'll shoot at you. Why not?
Okay. So it's a 2 up 1 because it's the height advantage, LV, non-assault. Pin test check. They're fine. Then they will continue. I guess I might. You know what? Sure. Just spice things up a bit. If I could move them. There you go. R14 for 2.
So let's see.
So doubled,
Double
halved,
head, so
then halved to 2, then -1. So 1 down 1. Oh. Cower, so.
not a conscript, but that cowers to nothing, right?
Yeah, it's still off board. Is there anywhere else I want to move?
Roll, man.
No, I think I'll just. The most I can do is. We'll go to S14 just in case. Not that I think that anything could happen, but. So you get the S14 for 4 total.
S14 for 4 total. So we can final protect, dude. What would that look like?
So it would be 1 up 2? It's non-assault. No, +1, I think. 1 up 1?
1 up 1.
I think.
1 up.
Because the firepower remains the same, but it's just non-assault for a minus. It's not open ground. Hedge plus LV.
Hedge plus LV, right? So it goes to a 1 up 1. 1 up 1. Waste of time. Please continue.
The first shot was not a cower. No. So there's 1 residual in R15, right?
Oh, yeah, 1 there, 1 in R14.
Would
No,
there?
that was 1 shot. That's
Yeah.
1 shot, so that does nothing.
And then a coward anyways, so.
Oh, right.
Okay. Just curious about this one band of guys. I don't want to do them 1 down whatever, because that'll probably kill my guys. Which I don't want. How much is it to go into a depression road? Is it just 2?
I think just 2. Only 2 to come up.
Yeah. But a sunken road, 2. Okay. Yeah. Alright, well, I will... Might as well. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to say what's the worst that can happen, because I don't trust you at all. 2, 3, 4, 5.
What have I done to deserve this truth?
Look, I just don't want to get shot at anymore. Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
sure what you're afraid of.
You know, somehow 1 down 1s are gonna...
Fire shots are 1 plus 1s. It's depressing.
I feel like if I go into R14 again, it'll be a 1 down 1, and you'll... I mean, it can't be snake eyes. It would have to be a 3.
Have to be a 3.
Yeah. But I don't want to risk it. So, my guys in R17 will go to S17 for 2. 3, 4 into S15. Do I... There was no residual there. Yeah, and then S14 for 6.
Could get another 1 plus 1 at a 7.58 and a leader. You shoot back at me. It is a +4, so you have to risk plus combat to get rid of me. not very much of a risk. You're stealthy, elite, you have a leader. So we're probably just going to have to break and run away. And since we have to break and run away, we might as well shoot 1 up 1. Okay.
So he is broken. Well, just to try and ruin your plans here, I'm going to late CX with that stack. And I will go to S13 for 7.
Sounds like a fun plan.
That's done. I got one group of guys left here. Yeah, okay. Stack and L18. They will go to K18 for 1.
K18 for 1.
Yep.
K18 for 1. And these guys should not be first fire. They should be fine. Continue, please.
J17 for 2.
Nope, I don't think anybody can do anything about it. Have a ball.
I'll just do J16 for 4. And then if those guys are fine, no, I don't want to risk a triple. No, that'll be it for their movement. I don't want to get too crazy here. Yeah, that's it, I think, for movement. I think everybody's moved. Everybody's been shot at. Defensive.
I don't think you moved into line of sight of anybody new. So let's see. This AT gun had a shot at the top. The hit shooter was a prime target. Needed a 5, so now needs a 6, I would think. Something like that.
So it's, yeah, if it's on infantry, I think you just have a +1 for...
To go on the 5 table?
If you're shooting HE, I believe so, yeah. Normal. We'll pass, no pin.
Can't get raid, so final for him. So we got the mortar on the hill here in J8. It's the same guy acquired, so take the shot.
Okay, well...
At least I think only the big mortars are E10, right? Or was it all mortars?
I think it's all mortars. I'll check though, I'll check. Yeah, all Belgian mortars.
So we go from yeah.
What's the special note on that?
This AT gun is in casement, right? We keep looking at him as if he's going to do something. I think that's everybody.
Yeah, you just had to not roll super well that first time. You'd have something from the do. Advanced fire phase. Okay, take off residual. Not gonna shoot the broken guy because that's silly. They got defensive. Guy in 810 is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take a shot at the MMG. So it's 5 because it's 7 halved +1 rounded up. Yeah, so 5 up 1. Cowers? No, wait, I don't cower because I'm fanatic because it's silly.
You don't cower.
5 on 5, 1 check and sniper. Okay. And then sand check.
Say again?
Sniper.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. Dang. Where is your sniper? The sniper is down here. 1-3 goes to K15 and will pin the 548. It's a little unfortunate. I wanted to get a shot out of him, and I still will. But, yeah, guy who just got pinned is going to shoot at K15. So, doubled have twice. So, 8 to 16 to 8-4. 5 up 3. Okay. 6 on 5, normal. He's already pinned, so that doesn't matter. Oh, I probably could have done that instead. Whatever. Yeah, those guys don't have shots. That would be kind of silly to shoot. 758 and leader are going to attempt to shoot at L16. It is a 3.5. It's a 5 up 2. 3 for building, 1 for LV, -2 for leader. No. No way. 548. That's adjacent and M17. Will make. Man, do I take that shot? It's either a +3 against the Foxhole or +4 against. You know what? Screw it. I'll just shoot against. No, didn't matter. Okay. Leader can't really do anything. I think that's it for shooting. I can't think of anything else. Anybody else that can or will shoot, so that'll be it for that. Routes. This guy becomes prisoner. So I'll grab him with.
There's a theme over there.
Yeah, well, you know, I can't no quarter for of all things. I'll bring him over to the 548, just because that makes the most sense. And then, yeah, everybody else is routing or doing whatever. D6 and E7 can low crawl. That's about it.
Let's see what we got. A bunch of guys low crawling. Other busted gun. Has to go.
You can D5 or E6, but I think E6 makes more sense, obviously. I think that's it. Advance phase. In the advance phase, I have a tough decision to make. Okay, let's see if I can try to work this out here. So, advance phase. Top right, S13 will go to S12.
Makes sense.
I feel like that makes sense. So, hopefully that'll overall will work its way out there. S14 goes to R13. Because I don't really have anywhere better to go. Q14 will go to P14. The CX guy in J11 goes to J10. The guy with the broken ATR in J13 will advance on the AT gun.
Okay.
I can't advance on the mortar, unfortunately.
I wouldn't say that's unfortunate at all.
I will. I mean, I want to claim it as unfortunate.
Very fortunate.
I don't know, man. I don't like this at all, but I'm going to. I feel like I need to try it. Yeah. I'm gonna go into L16 with the 548.
Oh, okay.
The leader is gonna stay where he is. The wounded leader is going to continue his march up the road to E11. The squad in A10 goes to B9. The squad in A7 will go to A6. And I think that might be everybody to move. You'll still be pinned on the next turn. So do I stack them or do I not stack them? Yeah, you know what? J16 is going to go into J15. I hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. And that, yeah, but you know, if sniper hits the 9-2 or something. I'm always worried about my good leaders getting hit. So that should be it for advances. CC, we've got a pair. We'll do the easier one first here. No modifier. It's a 2-1. You'll be 1-4. Do I try for... I'm not going to declare hand-to-hand. Okay, alright. We'll get that. Now they're super exposed, which is a bit unfortunate. And then the other one, there is an ambush chance. I get a -1 just for being stealthy. Does it say if the you guys are elite? Did you guys get stealthy? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. But I kind of want to know for future stuff here. I can't imagine they wouldn't get stealthy if they're elite. Traders, ally miners. Elite squads have assault fire.
All your guys are stealthy and elite.
Yeah, but usually if you're elite, you at least have what's the word I'm looking for? Stealthy, but it doesn't seem like it. Well, in any case, it is a 1-1. I have no modifier 1-1. Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna try hand-to-hand. Just no. Damn it. I knew that would happen. That is a kill. Figure that would happen. Does it not? Nah, I must be thinking of something else. And that is it for CC. Turn 2. Belgians.
Okay. Rally phase.
Weather.
Oh, weather. Sorry, windshields. I keep forgetting.
You never know. Oh.
Rally phase. What do we got? These two dokes just running around. Okay. I got a bunch of repairs to try. We do it. We need to kill that one. That mortar doesn't have anybody. We captured the gun. This busted mortar?
Sure.
Huh? Let's back up. Come on. Now I have to do it the hard way. This one here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you know, one of you lose. Is that it? Is it? I think that's it, right?
More than J8.
Oh, I did break another one. I thought I did. All right. There we go. Nothing else. I think that's it for my round phase, sir.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to repair. Nope, there goes the ATR.
Okay,
That
I can attempt to recover you demo charges, right?
yes, if you don't roll a 6.
Anything with a 6, right? That's fine. That's kind of fun. Actually, let's go to the loop, right? That should be fun. That'd be hilarious if he blows when he dies up with his own demo charge. That's what I play for. The hilarity factor. Okay, I think that's it for me. You got anything else?
Nope. That's all my rally phase actions.
So you can't move, so rep fire. Let's see what we can do. Casemate can't shoot. Greenswing can't shoot. Mortar's still busted. What can the squad shoot at? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we still got the guns infiltrating and seem to destroy, crush, kill, and everybody will die. No. So he will shoot at him, which looks like a 1 up
1 up
1.
1.
It's not right here.
Pin test check. That's fine.
On the team, but thankfully this is the last turn for this everybody's pin bullshit. Gun. Infantry target height. He can keep his acquisition, right? Because he's on the site. Alright, because of the nonsense. So that's a. It's a 4 on the 5. 2 check.
Four on 5 is a 2 check, yeah. So they'll break.
Wait, we broke one of your Supermen? Remind me to 3D print a medal for that guy.
Sniper activates. 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. I have a choice, maybe? That's a stone building. No, I have to go here.
So what do I got to? Leader, squad. Leader, squad. Bottom squad. Is it a 2? Pins?
Yeah, it's just pinned. So they're already... I guess technically, I don't know if they would be a valid target, but whatever.
Prep the gun, prep that guy. This guy here will shoot there. Looks like a 2 up 1. Let's see, those guys can shoot. These guys, did you have anybody on the site? This guy, let's see that. Right? Yes, can you see anybody else before we get hasty? They'll shoot here. So that's going to be 4
Up 1.
up 1. Right, 1 for the hedge, 1 for low vis, down 1 for real. Right, 4 up 1. Oh, 4 on 4. How much
1
life,
check.
man? What kind of life?
So squad breaks. The and both of the prisoners are released.
I have no idea how prisons work, so that's kind of fun. That's what happens when you always play the Russians. Just kill everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's prep. He's dead. He's dead. He's still alive. I don't even know that he's still alive. He has somebody adjacent to him, so I think he has to shoot him. So that's what, 3 of 1?
From where to where?
This guy?
Oh, yeah, so 4 have to 2 for pinned. So it'd be a 1-up-1.
Oh, 1 of 1. Right.
Oh, did I? Hold on. I did not roll for sniper. Okay. Well, I'm glad my sniper's active. 1, 2, 3. Where's the nearest? I have a choice, and I'm gonna break the crew.
What are we doing?
I rolled a 1 on my sniper, and then sniper was an 09. 2, 3 brings him to R7, so he breaks the. I have a choice between the greens and the crew, so. Or does that count? Sniper. I don't see emplaced anywhere. I don't know if it counts.
He's plus 210, right?
Yeah, but I don't know how that applies. In hex TEM. What is considered in hex TEM? Okay, so terrain target hex. Blah blah blah. Maybe if I check the index.
The location with the lowest TEM is the target. What is the question? Does emplacement count as TEM? Is that what we're...
Yeah, just because emplaced, like emplaced is different from entrenchment and other things, right?
Yeah, it's not. Well, I don't think it's an infringement, but let's take a look in the old index. Let's see.
I mean, at worst, we'll just mark the squad there, whatever. I don't know how, if it treats it differently at all.
To a +2 emplacement TEM.
Because I would have assumed that sniper might mark it as like an exception or something, but it doesn't say so. Treat it as counting.
+2 TEM for being in place. +2 emplacement. missing anything about snipers in the emplacement rules.
Yeah, because that just gets me is that there's an exception for height advantage, right? You can't get height advantage, but you do get emplacement, but you don't get. But like if it was a hidden fortification, you have to reveal it. So if emplacement isn't an entrenchment, right? That's my only thing I'm not sure about. But at worst, like I said, we'll just break the green squad. Just whatever. Not the end of the world. Rob? Rob?
Yes, sir.
You there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I thought you were still reading.
No. Like I said, just break the greens. It's not the end of the world.
Okay.
I don't
Broke.
I don't see anything that says that in place counts, but whatever. It's not the. I'm sure there's a reason why in place would count, and that's fine.
Well, it's TEM. I'm reading exactly the opposite way that you're reading it. I don't see why TEM wouldn't count.
Yeah. Either way, still your.
Wait, we could just roll evens odds.
No. It's fine. It's fine. My sniper's doing stuff. I'm not gonna.
He is doing stuff. He's been coming to life. We don't like it. We
Mm-hmm.
don't like it. All right, where were we? What were we doing? Oh, that was the prep fire from this guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving right along, sir. I can't see the insurance. What do we got down here? I shot the crew already. Now look at the other crew. Here.
Yeah, like, were you counting K-15, like the mortar and the AT gun and K-14 as being in place?
In K.
Yeah, these two.
Was, yes.
Oh, because you can't in place on a paved road. It's not. Doesn't really change anything at this point, but.
Oh. We are on paved road, yes.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Something for next time.
Yeah, I was kind of close. I was. For however many shots you took at him, I did count him as a place. All right. This guy, I'll shoot that guy.
Sure.
There's a hindrance for the orchard, so
It's a +3. Hedge, orchard, and then LV.
That sounds like a waste of time. Never mind. All right. This guy here. Orchard, as you can see. This guy. That's a 2. Up 2.
You're shooting from L16?
Shooting from M16 to L17.
Gotcha. Yeah, so up 2. 7 on 2? I don't think so. No.
Okay. Oh, these guys. What do these guys do? Can you throw DCs in the prep fire phase, or is that advanced fire phase?
Throw, I'm pretty sure is an advanced fire.
I think it's
Adjacent location. Blah, blah, blah.
into adjacent. By any pin, good or pins. Never mind. Well, actually, the leader could throw it, so let's see. During any friendly fire phase. Okay. So it's less accurate. It adds an up to DRM. The target is evolved immediately on 35. So both the target and the thrower's locations are immediately attacked by the DC. Oh, this sounds like fun. Okay.
Yeah.
The thrower's location receives a +3, and a separate die roll is used to resolve the attack on each location.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going for that. This is going to be a blast. So the leader will throw his DC at that guy.
Okay.
So it gets an additional +2 DRM, let's say, right? +1 for the hedge, +1 for low visibility,
Mm-hmm.
+4.
Sounds about right.
So +4 for your guy, +3 for my guy on the 30 table. It's hard. Love it. Your guy? And mine. So 9 versus you and 11 versus me. So 2 check for you and 1 check for me. That's a fun.
He breaks.
1 check, so leader, pin, and squad is good. All right, I think that's my very lastest dude.
Sounds good.
That's fire. If we can do.
Defensive fire. Squad in B9 is going to shoot at the green guys in the open. It's a 7-up-1. Normal.
Check for that cat. You know what that means.
Well, I can at least route with my guy.
11. No, he disrupts.
The 548 and K14 is going to shoot at the mortar crew for 10-up-1. Nope, 10 on 10. Can't imagine it's anything. Stack in J15. Do I want to... Yeah, I'm not going to undm the medium yet. So they'll all shoot at your stack in L16.
Okey-dokey.
So it is 15 up 2.
Oh, nice to do it.
So 9 on 15 is normal.
One check. Leader. Is good, and the squad is good. Wow. My morale checks have been okay this turn. Can't complain.
And then this guy in J10 is going to shoot at... your guys are stone building. I'll do 2.5 up 2 against your broken guy's C7. No. Nothing there. I think that's it for everybody. Advanced fire phase.
Advance. Route phase?
Roots.
Okay, so let's see. I'll start with my low crawling cats up in the corner here. They're all about the low crawl. And the disrupt guy just sits there, disrupted. Greenie on the sniper. Greenie on the sniper. Alright, what's your route target, brother? What is it? The orchard is treated as woods. I think he just has to stay where he is. I don't think he can move.
Yeah, I don't... I mean, yeah, he doesn't have to move, essentially.
Right. He doesn't see this guy yet.
No.
Right, so his route target would be G9.
Yeah, if you were to go anywhere. And then you wouldn't be able to route further anyways.
Yeah, he would stay right where he is.
For me, I'm going to have the guy...
The AT gun can change covered arc in the advanced fire phase, right?
Pretty sure, yeah. You're just going to low crawl to A7. Not really going to get anywhere else with him. Broken leader with the DC goes to L18. The squad with the two with the two guards, or two prisoner squads, he'll route to R13. And I think that's it for routes.
Surrendering. Okay.
Advances.
You're not allowed to do that.
Well, I mean, your leaders can advance.
Well, that's true. Okay. Well, this guy got pins, so he can't advance. Is there anybody that wants to get out of line 5?
Yeah, so
okay.
unless there's a suicidal desire to...
Yeah, they get shot in the open.
Yeah. So German turn 3 weather, no change. Do you want to call it now or do my turn, or how do you want to? I just realized what time it is.
It's up, what is it, 20 minutes to 11? Yeah, we can start fresh next time. That's fine. I mean, if you want to turn, that's fine as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine my turn's gonna be too long. We'll see what my rallies are. So rally phase. Everybody can self rally. So try A7 first. No.
With 10 broken side morale. Just
R13 gets it. Oops. Like that. L18. No. Take out pins. Anything on your end?
Safety and off the okay. still to try with a busted mortar. Okay. Put that in the scene bin.
Wow, another one gone. Jeez. Wait, how would... Gonna call some shenanigans here.
What happened?
You've been shooting that mortar. J8.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a stone building.
It's an orchard. Oh. Okay. I thought he was in an orchard. I'm sorry.
Well, all right.
All right. Let me put him in a legal hex.
Oh no, it doesn't
1, 2,
matter.
3,
No,
just
keep them where they are. Keep them where they are. Because at this point, like, where do you put them? Do you put them in J9 where it's like they're immediately, you know, able to get hosed? Doesn't make sense.
That's not your problem. That's my problem.
Yeah, well, we're kind of we're a little too far for that. So, yeah, I don't think there's any other rally phase stuff to do. Do I have any? No. All right. Prep fire phase. Let's see what we can do here. I am once again going to try a 10 firepower up 1 against the crew. 6 on 10. It's probably a 2 check. No, it's a 1 check.
Yeah.
Well, I got him, so I'm happy for that. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, do I even try? No, I think I'm gonna steal my resolve and hope for some good results there. Yeah, I guess technically that doesn't matter. Yeah, that doesn't matter anymore. Sorry, I'm just thinking about movement here at this point. I don't think I have any other shots I'm able to take. Yeah, we'll go to movement phase. In the movement phase... Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to claim that. That sucks. Am I not allowed to? I really hope I'm allowed. Oh, I forgot that too, because that never comes up. That goes over there. Okay, well, that makes that guy even more worthless. I don't think a wounded guy gets a road bonus. So, E11 goes to E10 for 1.
Okay.
E9 for 2.
Okay.
And E8 for 3.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
And like I said, I don't think that wounded people get road bonus. And unfortunately, a wounded leader has an IPC of 0, which I never remember.
Oh, geez, I wouldn't remember that.
Yeah. Which is a real bummer. Squad with the double DC and B9 will go to C9, normal move for 1.
Okay.
D8 for 2. Technically, that guy should retain his DM.
Okay.
E8 for 3.
Okay, we'll take pot shot out of there. Okay.
Sure.
It's a 4, down 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Continue.
And then fourth movement into E7.
Fourth movement into E7. Alright. Gets you going. And do the thing you do. And shoot. So, +2 for the doohickey, +1 for the other doohickey, so it's +3. Mortar pin, point blank, blah blah blah. Probably miss.
So it's +3 for turning. This brings that to an 11. It's -4 for point blank and non-assault and movement open, +1 LV. So you're off by 1, I think.
I think you missed by 1, right? That's what I figured it looked like. Okay, you only expended 1 movement point. Nothing else we could do.
Right. Who else? I need to move with other guys here, which is unfortunate. Okay.
Survive, we should put that there.
Sure. 548 in J10 is going to dash into L9 through K10.
So J10 dash to L9 through K10. Is
Yeah.
that the vibe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, my 2 greenies will shoot at him, I guess.
So it's have twice for them.
Yeah, so 2
2 down 1.
down 2. 2 down 1. Another 9. Just do whatever you want.
Any other shots?
Actually, we should shoot while you're still under non-assault. That's 2 greens. Dog shit.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel any better, it's causing me as many problems as it's causing you, I think.
That guy's in a really bad spot, so how can we shoot him? We can shoot 6, 12, 16, 24. Up 4 down 1. We can shoot 24 up 3 at that guy. You can take it.
Well, at least the HMGs don't break on 11s.
Oh, yeah, thank gosh. I thought I broke him, but no. Break him at least. But, yeah. Back to my usual tricks.
Oh, and right, I did rally him. I don't know why I forgot I rallied him. Well, if he's rallied... Oh, I really don't know how that would work. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this works here. So I'm gonna declare CX with the 548. That's got some prisoners with him. I can enter directly into the depressed road, right? The sunken road because of R13.
far as I know, yeah.
Okay, so I get to Q13 for 1, then Q12 for 2.
Q12 for 2, okay.
P12 for 3.
Q12 for 3. It's kind of interesting. No, it's in depression. I can even see. Okay.
O12 for 4.
Mm-hmm.
N12 for 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then M12 for 6. And I can't imagine I would ever get road bonus because I'm not starting in a road, so. The 758 will do most of the same. It goes to Q13 for 1, Q12 for 2,
Mm-hmm.
P12 for 3. You know what? I'll go O12 for 4. What's the... Right, because it's that silly stuff, which I wasn't really thinking about. That's unfortunate. I suppose I'm not allowed to go through there. Sorry, I'm looking up an obscure rule here. Oh, it's only okay. All right. Well, I don't feel that bad about it then. So, stack in J15 is going to declare CX. Here's hoping they can survive this. They will go to J14 for 2.
J14 for 2. I don't think I have anybody can see them there. Okay.
Then I14 for 4.
I14 for 4. You say. You do say. I'll check line of sight from L16.
I mean, if you do your shooting.
Yeah. Good. So we got a 4. No +1 for the LB. -1 for the wheel. None saw. Is that moving in the open? I don't know what that squiggly shit is that you're moving into.
It's a down 2 shot.
Gotcha. 4W2.
Big sigh of relief. That I can say for sure.
How many movement points was that?
Oh, it was it's 2 to cross. It's 1 plus cost of terrain to go through a barbed wire fence.
Okay, I'll take the 2, whatever, down, blah, blah, blah. 5 on the 2.
Barbed wire.
Result.
Cost from...
2. 1.
Oh, I can't even... That's dumb. Okay. Can't do that. Sorry, What is that, a 5-on-2?
Yeah. But just a normal.
Guy passes, and passes sniper.
Not
All right. I just learned you can't. It says no wagon, bicycle, infantry on skis, or currently CX infantry may cross a barbed wire fence, which I don't understand how that's a restriction. So I'll pretend I didn't say that they're CX'd. Um, I don't get why, but whatever. So I have 6 movement instead of 7. So I used 4, and then 5, 6 into I-12. And then lastly, these suckers, which I really don't know what I want to do with them. They're going to lose CX. That already, that is known. There's no height elevation I can get. Okay, let's see if this backwards shenanigans can work here. So I'm going to go to S13 for 2. Then bypass R13 on the R12 side for 3. Then go into Q13 for 4. Q12 5. P12 6.
okay.
And that is my movement, I believe. I can't think of anything else. Did I try... I'm trying to remember if I tried rallying on that leader at the bottom. I must have. Rolled... When did I roll weather?
I don't remember.
I rolled 3 rallies. I got 1 squad. No, I think whatever. At this point, it's too late, anyways.
I forgot. It's no problem.
I rolled 3 rallies, and I know. Obviously, I have this guy A7. I rallied the 548, and I don't know who else was broken, so it must have been the leader. So I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Just because I can't think of who else it would fill that. So, yeah, defensive.
Oh, defensive. I haven't seen. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Continue to try to follow you with this gun as we can. See, the crow can find the fuck. Alright, desperation. 602? Is that what you're rolling the dice?
They do not bin.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the adjacent The machine gun in the squad. But your guys are in depression, so we can't see them. I'm pretty sure we can't see them. I think that's it for defensive.
Sounds good. Advancing fire phase. We'll try the 8-up-3. Nope. I don't think I have any other shots. So we'll go to routes. Me first. The guy in A7 low crawls to A8. I think that's it. Yeah.
So yeah, my low crawl brigade will continue.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is in the woods. He's fine. This guy down here. You are Jason. He's gone out. Where's his? So he's got to go to this building. I think that's it for mine.
Okay. Advances. Well, I'm gonna see what I can get out of that one. Try to blow up this AT gun. Leader will go to E7. Big stack in I-12 goes to J11. The 548 squad with a DC and K14 will go to L13. I don't think I'm allowed to move those guys anywhere without incurring some penalties. But I think those are legal moves to make. So P12 will advance into P11. They will go CX as a result. Where's my CX? There we go. O12 will go to N11.
You do that? That's 5 movement points, right?
As long as you're not CX, you can advance and yeah. So they'll go into those locations, but they'll both get CX'd. M12 as a result. Do I want to keep them there? Yeah, why not? M12 will stay where he is. Those guys moved. Those guys moved. I think that's everything I got. CC, there's one. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. There should be no ambush check or anything. I'm at a 3-to-1. You're at a 1-to-6. Do I try for? No, I'll let you try to get. That'll be a casualty reduction, and hopefully you don't get snake eyes.
No, we're 1-to-4, right?
Oh, yeah. It is 1-to-6.
I go downstairs. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking 1-to-6. 1-to-4. All good, Rob?
Sorry, be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
Minor life emergency. Okay, sorry about that. Resolved.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I was just saying I don't know why I was brain farting.
Me, right?
Yeah, got you. You need a 3 or less for an effect. Phew. All right. That's some of the heavy lifting done. Yeah. Okay. So that's it for turn 3. I'll save the game. I'll make a note that it's before weather, unless you want to roll weather.
Yeah, get it out of the way.
All right.
No weather.
Cool. No weather change. There. Turn 3 Belgian weather roll. Perfect. Oh man, this is a little stressful. I will admit, a little stressful. Oh, your guy. Hold on. Your guy that was broken in K15, right?
Uh,
Who's now in L16? Wouldn't he have to route to J15?
so he was in.
If he was, because he was broken in K15, right?
He was broken in.
Because he was the mortar handling guy. So wouldn't he have to go to J15?
Oh, go blind with your sniper cam. I couldn't even see it. So yeah, that's his closest.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Minor thing, but
Yeah, fine. Those are rules. Fine.
all right. Yeah, man, this one's a little stressful. Gotta admit. It's like I need to make sure. I need to get those last 2 AT guns. The AT gun on the right is gonna be a little tough to get to, I think.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna keep pushing there.
It's just
But you still have 4 turns. I mean, you have all the turns.
yeah, like I'm not. I don't know how to put it. I'm more worried about having something, the various like guns be in range to the hexes rather than anything else. But yeah, it's not it doesn't feel ideal. I wonder if my deployment of uh what's the word? My gliders I could have done differently. Like I wonder if putting more gliders just in this area, because you'd be pinned anyways. So maybe
Right.
it is worth taking that risk of like glider, and just gliders everywhere. Because as long as you don't
Yeah, there's
overshoot,
probably. I don't know if there's 11 safe hexes, but there's got to be 4 or 5, like, where you could put your 7.58s and know they're going to land safely, unless you roll a 6.
yeah. But I mean, I think the thing that might convince me if I was to play this a second time, into putting more gliders and be very aggressive and have a guy set up in S10 or whatever for gliders is at the very least you're pinned for the first 2 turns. So if they can survive whatever firepower to blow up the gliders, it's an instant CC and depending on
Right. It should, once your guys get out of the glide, you're fine.
yeah, because then they're triple point blank fire on advanced fire phase, right? So I could see there being a lot of value in trying to crash into those fire zones, and maybe like turn 1 as well. Like if you shoot the HMGs to try and shoot down a glider and it doesn't work, they're still first fired, so they won't be as strong later on. All that sort of stuff.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. And this is, I mean, this is a very, very difficult defense when you can't move for 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the deployment zones, like the 5 little deployment zones.
Yeah, all the mandatory. Yeah.
Yeah, like you have like, this group over here has a little block over here, and this group has a tiny little block here, and this group had to go over here.
Mm-hmm.
There was only the one group that kind of could have done anything in 12 to 16 or whatever it is, right?
Yeah. Like it doesn't. It feels like no matter what, you can't optimize it. So you have
Yeah,
to.
you just could not come up with like a nice little Alamo setup,
Mm-hmm.
where not being able to move for 2 turns wouldn't be the end of the world because you'd have to engage, right? And I didn't realize the Belgian point blank fired. That's disastrous.
Yeah, the fact that there's like not only pinned, but then you're also penalized on with quote unquote
Right.
grenades
Yeah,
there.
that I think you could have been even more aggressive. I agree. Yeah. Not that you weren't aggressive. I would have been a total chicken shit and done it all the way over here.
Well, we'll see because you'll have once we get so I guess just to close out the stream here for people. I'll be playing the Germans for the entirety of Sturmgruppe Beton, or Beton, however you want to call it or whatever, which is the first of a series of two, I believe, air assaults on the Albert Canal. So once we're done with this one, then Rob's gonna take over the Germans in Sturmgruppe Eisen, and they'll. I don't know what the map looks like. I know it's I think it's Caen. You can see it on the map, the name of the town, anyways. So yeah, I mean you'll be able to prove yourself there. We'll see if you're as daring, because I can't imagine that the whatever Belgian troops or whatnot in that area wouldn't have the same, detrimental rules to them.
Yeah, we'll have to see if the SSRs are pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Interesting.
but either way, thank you for watching. Again, hopefully everybody had a nice Easter weekend, and should see you on Saturday to continue the other campaign game. So until then, bye.